Hey YouTube, hey folks, good evening. Um, just got off work a little while ago. Got a topic in my head. I'm gonna call this one Slick Sleeve. Okay, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's the right shoulder without the old combat patch. Okay, so I joined in December of 1990. I joined the National Guard, and back before the drawdowns of the Army. I want to say the Army itself was um, I think it was about 1 million strong by itself, the active duty. I could be wrong on those numbers. And then they had the big drawdown during the President Clinton era. Okay. Well, anyway, meanwhile, National Guard, we were told we never deploy. Okay, we were the nasty girls, the no goes, the never gonna amount to anything. Okay, I lived that decade. Okay, that was the '90s in the Guard. Then 9/11 came. Okay, and Bill's on the list to get deployed. All right. So I'd stayed green. I'd been ready. That was before readiness was even called being green. We had 5-year physicals. I think I'm going to do another video on LHI and physicals. I just thought of it. Let me make a note of that. So we go to. I had to reenlist. Okay, I had to reenlist in order to deploy because I had a little less than a year on my contract. I think I was about 12 years in around 9/11. I was a staff sergeant, and talked to my family, and I could have got out of going. I probably could have got out of going, but I said, you know what? I've served this long. I never planned on deploying because we were told we'd never be anything or do anything. But I'm not going to turn tail and run now on Uncle Sam, okay? It's been a roller coaster. There's been good and bad. The Army's bent me over at times, but the Army's also been good to me, so I'm not going to turn on Uncle Sam and America. So I deployed and got my combat patch and everything, and come back. Got my CIB, some licky chewies as they used to be called. Went through a lot, man. You go through a lot on deployment. A lot you don't realize when you come back home to, you know, some broken family, mending to do. My youngest stepdaughter was a bit unruly. I don't think wanted much to do with me, honestly, after that year. So slick sleeve, right? Going out and getting the old combat patch, and come back, and then there's this division in the ranks of slick sleeves and combat patches, and the cool kids got the combat patches. Let me tell you something, all right? And I went to ANOC in I think 2007, 6 or 7, and there was a slick sleeve there as an instructor, and a guy he got to talking to us one day. He says, it's not that I didn't want to deploy, but I've been in this instructor corps for many years, and nobody's making me deploy. Nobody's deploying me. All right, so I've been faithfully doing my job. Okay, so it made me stop and think. All right, when I signed up for service, I wrote a check to the American people and to Uncle Sam. All right, it's Uncle Sam's job from there to do with me as he wishes, or she wishes, or they wish. Okay. I stayed ready, and I didn't back down from going to where I had to go. Right place, right uniform, right time. Okay. So you're not going to see Bill Brownback on tour duty going out here and volunteering for stuff, but I'm not going to back down when they draw my number, when they draw my name. That's the contract that I signed, that I feel like I signed up to. Okay? So, don't go bashing on the slick sleeves, man. and we're doing a pivotal turn right now where you got a lot of a lot of us combat patch folks are already retiring or retired or long retired, long gone. And so you're starting another slick sleeve generation going on out there, okay? It's something to be proud of. It's still something to be proud of, okay? Um, it ain't about the money. It ain't all about the money. Our drafted vets taught us some hard lessons in that, okay? So not every war is going to be the same. We're going to have some different hardships ahead, okay? So that's some lessons I learned about slick sleeve, man. Um, Not everybody's dodging deployment, okay? You know, now somebody hanging out in their rear, maybe going off and getting a bunch of schools and stuff, and their name's drawn and they back down, they get it, you know, that's a little different story, all right? They should be dealt with in their own way, in their, you know, to the leadership's way, all right? So the volunteering thing actually got, in my mind, became kind of a fault. Let me give you an example. So I think about 2011, I was up for some ADOS at Fort Leonard Wood as a first sergeant over a drill sergeant unit. And I just booked a Vegas vacation. Okay? Literally, I just booked a Vegas vacation. So battalion commander, hey Brownback, you want to go Leonard Wood? Like, sir, I'd love to go. But the tail end of that ADOS, I think it was a 90-day gig, starts my Vegas vacation that I just booked. And if you're going to make me go, if you're going to tell me to go, I'll make arrangements and go. Oh, no, Brownback. We don't want someone that don't want to be there. I'm like, sir, you have no idea why I serve. You have no idea. You just don't know me then. And you're my senior raider. Okay? If you tell me to go, if you make me go, I'll do the right thing. I will give it my best. I'll give it my all. All right? Because there we go. Uncle Sam's picking my name, picking my number to go do something. All right? So, ended up not going. Ended up not having to go. All right? That to me is honorably serving. Okay? And again, just because somebody's not wearing a combat patch doesn't mean they dodged everything. Okay? You got to be careful about volunteering for everything. We've got an NCOES PME delinquency going on out there due to volunteer deployments and stuff. All right, soldiers going off to serve to deploy versus going to school. Now I know there's circumstances where they got picked because they didn't the deployment didn't have enough volunteers. Okay, I am a fan of voluntold army. I am a fan of you fall in, you follow me, okay, and we go. That's what I'm a fan of. All right. I have not heard of a unit yet that 100% went voluntarily and everybody was glad they volunteered and it was just all hunky-dory. Okay. I have not yet heard of that. I don't know if anyone has. We used to talk about this A-team thing, you know, build your bench with the A-team, with the best of the best, and that's who I'm deploying with or mobilizing with. I'm here to tell you, man, that's bullshit. Just give me my team, brother. Give me whatever soldiers got U.S. Army on their chest. Let's go. All right? And I'll make the best of it. We'll make the best of it together. Because I'll tell you what happens with some of those hand-picked A-teams. They ain't so much the A-team pretty quickly into the duration. I know some stories out there. All right? So be leery of that too. Be leery of thinking you got the A-team going because you just may not. All right? Why do we got to deploy with our friends all the time, man? Well, we're a U.S. Army. Okay? We need to be able to trust each other. We need to be loyal. You got to build that. Got to build that. If somebody's not, that doesn't mean just because they're part of an A-team that they're going to be. Okay? So think about those things. So I just wanted to touch on that tonight for a little bit about slick sleeve. Different perceptions out there of it all. Oh, I know a little story I got. So, became a drill sergeant, went to Fort Benning 2008 for my mobilization. And there's a major, field grade, active duty, I think. Anyway, they were telling us the rules. Telling us the rules, basically, be nice to Joe, be nice to the IT soldiers because they signed up to serve for deployment, right? Post 9/11. And I raised my hand, said, "Sir, does that mean I'm better than them?" He looks at me. Well, I signed up when I was told I'd never deploy, and then I did get told I'm deploying, and I signed up again. So, do I get special treatment? He didn't have anything to say. He couldn't respond. So, anyway, I just want to throw that out there too. There's all these theories. Servant, honorably serving. That's what that's called. We need to honorably serve our contracts in our country for what we sign up for. We get the benefits along the way, and that's great. We need to be thankful every day that we live for those that we follow after, that made ultimate sacrifices for us to have the freedoms we enjoy today. That's all I got this evening, folks. Hua.